What is up, my Gaggle of Geeks, and welcome to Sundance, Day 2, Electric Boogaloo, where we're going to be doing lots of movie reviews again today. I've got a bunch planned for the weekend, and yeah, I'm glad to have you guys with me. Let us begin and talk about the first film that came out today. That is Human Factors. Human Factors. Let me bring up I just had it here. This is directed by Ronnie Trocker. This is or at least my personal first international film for this season of Sundance. It centers around a disheveled family who, after a suspected home invasion, are caused to look at their relationships. Kind of familiar last year, if you'd seen Will Ferrell and Julia Louis-Dreyfus's Downfall, where a certain thing happens that kind of shakes the foundation of this family. Now they have to kind of look inwards to themselves, see if the reason that they chose to be together is still there, whether the actions and choices for father son relationship, or a mother daughter, or parents working with each other, how that goes over time, how it's affected. The film is told in a non-linear fashion, so it starts with the inciting incident of an attempted robbery. And from there, they kind of go back through each individual character and show where there's cracks in the relationships that they have with their family, and where they go from there. Let's see. The film doesn't really have much of a score. It does in some points, but most of the time, it kind of is like No Country for Old Men, where you don't get a lot of score or music or anything. It's a lot more just looking introspectively at the family. The only difference to me, I feel, is with like films like No Country for Old Men. When they don't have the music, it's a little more intentional because it's meant to ratchet up the tension, make something more suspenseful. With this, I feel like it only kind of serves to make the situations and the interactions feel more realistic. But with that realism, you do get a little sense of dulled. I guess for a movie, it's not as big. It doesn't jump out at you as much. The director here really does like to actively remain in like an unhurried pace for the film, and that goes in line with its acting as well. Acting so far, I think, is really good. The standout for me is definitely the mom, who's played by Sabine Timoteo, who does her best to carry the film on her shoulders. I liked seeing her coming to the realizations that her love might not be working, seeing the anxiety with kind of worrying about this break-in, what happened, and how people reacted to it. But I mean, at the end of the day, Human Factors is not for everyone. It does remind me kind of Downfall, but I don't know if I would recommend this one necessarily for people that are wanting to check out the virtual Sundance. Definitely worth seeing if it's on a streaming site, or if you got a few minutes, if you got a couple hours to kill. And if you like more of the slow burn look at individual characters, it's not necessarily like a big jump out at you, or there's some weird surreal psychotropic whatever stuff that I'm used to watching, like weird Mandy stuff, or it's a slower burn. So if you're okay with that, I think you'll have a good time with this. But for me, it's not necessarily the best. I'm giving it a probably a 6.5 out of 10. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. Make sure to follow me on all this stuff. The next film that will be coming out, I don't have my thing on me right now, but I will be putting out a video for that too. So make sure to stay tuned. Thank you again, as always, for watching, and I will see you at the next review.